live from the motorway heading from Tema to Accra to the Global Women's Conference. I am very late. I was not going to go today, but have decided to head that way. And then I wanted to go live just to connect with all of you and hoping that some of you are able to join and hoping you can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me because it is quite windy. I put in a microphone and I'm hoping that the microphone is catching my sound so that you can hear me this afternoon. It's going on 1 o'clock GMT, Ghana time. So let me know where you are in the world, where you're watching from, what time it is. I am currently on the motorway heading to Accra. So this is the motorway, the highway between Tema and Accra. Thank you for joining. I see Colin from the UK. Thank you for joining. I see Kweku. Thank you for joining. As I said, I'm on the motorway, the highway between Tema and Accra, going to a Global Women's Conference that is happening. It has women from around the world in business. They're doing some sessions talking about different things that women can be doing to grow and develop. They had their opening reception yesterday. So today I am heading there. I'm a bit late, as I mentioned, and I just wanted to go live to connect with some of you. It's been a while since I've done a live. It's been a couple of weeks, I believe. I was having the goal of doing live streams every week when I started doing some lives with Web Nation Africa, having some really engaging conversations about different things. And I prefer doing live stream from my laptop at home when I'm stationary because it's good to have one stationary place doing a live stream and not worrying about the internet popping in and out as much as when you're driving or when you're on the move. I have been faced with a dilemma of my laptop is dead. My laptop has died, so I'm currently looking for a new one. So in the meantime, I'm doing as much work as I can on my phone. Everything from writing press releases to doing reports that I've been doing using my phone. Our phones are so powerful, but it can be a little bit tedious trying to type documents on the phone versus on the laptop. But soon this will be resolved. But in the meantime, power outages again, the Dumso. And apparently ECG and the Gridco company have said that they're collaborating on improving power outages, power supply across the country. But in the meantime, it means that we are experiencing frequent power outages again, which can be quite frustrating. The last few weeks, this video is a bit shaky because it's representative of how bumpy this highway is, by the way. So with every bump, and I'm not holding a gimbal, so it's not smooth. With every bump, it's showing in the video. So I was saying with the power outages, they said that they're doing it so that they can improve service across the country. And in the meantime, we are experiencing power outages more often, which can be quite frustrating. I've had a couple of nights of suffering with the extreme heat because there's no power and I don't have a generator. So once the power is out, the power is out. Quickly said, oh wait, it died completely. Yes, he's talking about my laptop. Yes, my laptop died completely. I plugged it into a socket at a cafe, and then all of a sudden it was like this surge went through to the charger and it went, and it smelled like smoke coming from the charger. So I thought it was just the charger that had the problem. So I went and bought a brand new charger for my laptop and then tried to use it and it still wasn't working. And then the laptop completely died. I took it to a technician who then said that the board has fried. So basically the surge that went into the charger actually went all the way into the laptop and completely burned my board. And so the board that the laptop needs is an older model and they couldn't find it. So nobody has it. And the recommendation is get a new laptop. So that's the situation for that. Thank you for those who have joined. I see Kwame Olatunji who says, "Hi Ivy, hope you're well. Hi everyone. I'm about to go to the plantation. I'm in London." You're in London. Hope all is well over there. We have another one who says, Nkrumah fixed all these problems, roads, electricity, only for the subsequent governments to regress everything. Yeah, I even just tweeted today. Oh, I tweeted today that I wish we could bring Kwame Nkrumah back from the grave to fix the motorway. If he can come back from the grave and fix the motorway for us, that would be so great. Okay, we're off the motorway now, and we are now officially in the city of Accra. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I am on my way to a women's conference and thought I would do a quick live stream to engage with my audience. I appreciate all of you. Just wanted to say hi. And yeah, so I'm heading into this women's conference at the Accra International Conference Center, where a lot of things happen to promote different businesses, industries, different activities that happen at the conference center. So this one is a global women's conference. For those of you who may not have seen the city, I'm cruising through the city of Accra. It's a really clear day. The weather has been extremely hot over the last few weeks, like hotter than normal for the month of May. It's been brutal, like it feels like fire. Colin T says, grab some GoPro for the journey. You know, is there GoPro people around? You usually see GoPro people in the morning. Oh, the map is telling you to go this way? I'm surprised. Is there traffic? There must be heavy traffic. Okay, I've never gone this direction to go to the conference center, so I hope it doesn't make it a super long trip, because it feels like this is the opposite direction. We'll see. But, ooh, this building is going up quickly. There's always so much change happening in the city when you come. It's like so many things that are being built so quickly. Cruising the streets of Accra. Thank you, everybody who's joined me today. Thanks for those who've joined me today. As I said, I am on my way to a women's conference. And with the power outages that are being experienced, if you plan on moving to Ghana, it's a good idea if you have the budget to get a generator, if you have the budget. Okay, let's see who else. Koja says, why not look to see if you can be a member of parliament? I do not want to be a member of parliament. I don't. I have no interest in working as a MP in the government. None whatsoever. Yeah. But thanks for the suggestion. I've had a lot of people say that to me. I don't want a politician life. I really don't. Then I have another comment. It's also, by the way, Accra is artificially hot, cutting down of trees, heat, magnifying concrete infrastructure, ill-climated Western-esque buildings, etc. I do have a serious issue with the way that they're always cutting down trees in Accra. It seems like every time there is a new building going up, they cut all the trees down unnecessarily. You don't always have to cut down trees to build, but that's the excuse that I've heard from a lot of people when they're building, is that they need to clear the trees so they can build something. But one of the things I noticed in Kenya, for example, when I was there some years ago, what I noticed is that they would work with the environment when they're building something. They're not so quick to just cut the trees down like I see happening here, because trees help to keep the area cool because you have shade, and then it also helps to keep the air clean because it sucks in the carbon dioxide and then gives us oxygen. But they're so quick to cut them down here. Unfortunately, that happens a lot. But it's also hot in northern Ghana. I have a friend who's traveling in the north right now, and he's talking about how extremely hot it is over there. The north is always generally hotter than Greater Accra already. Excuse me. And then he said that it's even like super hot right now. So the heat is okay. Quick says, yeah, the tree cutting is excessive. They don't replant either. Yeah. Colin again says, agreed, the heat radiated from the concrete. This is why I prefer Abri and the eastern region. Yeah, the eastern region has a lot of trees. A lot of trees. Like you see it in the landscape, you feel it. And even during the rainy season, they actually get more rain over there than Greater Accra does. So you actually feel it getting cooler during rainy season more than in Accra. More of the streets as we are cruising through. I feel like we've gotten to a little bit of traffic here too. Everybody is complaining about the heat, including myself. Mr. Driver, are you hot? He said he's not hot. I'm always amazed when people tell me they're not hot. Like, seriously? Seriously. He said he's not hot. He's not hot. Okay. But I'm feeling the intensity of the heat. Intensity. Yes. Anybody got any questions for me while I'm here? Question, is the Women Conference annual? Yes, it is. They had it last year as well. Around the same time of year, around April, May is when it happened. So yes, they had this conference last year as well. It tends to bring a lot of people from the US. There are people from other parts of the world who come for this conference, but it tends to be more people from the US who come and attend the conference. Today, I'm making my way. I know I'm late because I left my house a bit later than I should have. What time is it now? 1:15. So I'm hoping to catch the panel on social media trends, since that tends to be the space that I work in a lot, digital media, with a lot of the work I've been doing over the last few years. Digital media is a very powerful tool that has helped Africa brand itself and promote itself in all the countries, as we see a lot of people, content creators, and just individuals who travel to Africa sharing their content with the world. What are some of the projects that one could see when in Ghana? There's so many different projects people are doing. I mean, if you want to seek out a particular type, you can always do a Google search to figure out what types of projects are happening, or you can reach out to like the Ghana Investment Promotion Center or the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and find out about things that are happening in Ghana. And sorry, I was just looking back because my bag is in the back seat, and sometimes you get issues with people just stealing things from people's back seats, which is not good. And somebody asked a question, any updates on Beyond the Return? So today, Beyond the Return is officially announcing that they're accepting submissions for proposals. So a lot of the events that happen during the holiday season for the December and GH activities, and organizers submit their proposal ideas to the office, and then the office reviews it. So Beyond the Return and Ghana Tourism Authority review proposals, and they make a decision based on which events actually align with the pillars of Beyond the Return. So there's 7 pillars for Beyond the Return, which are Experience Ghana, Celebrate Ghana, Invest in Ghana, Give Back Ghana, Diaspora Pathways to Ghana, Promote Pan-African Heritage and Innovation, and Brand Ghana. So the event must align with one of those pillars that are the foundation of the Beyond the Return initiative. So for example, the Experience Ghana pillar is about tourism, about events, and that's where things like Afrochella, now known as Afrofuture, and Afro Nation connect with that particular pillar. Then there's the event that is, what was that other event called? There's one that brings the diaspora for networking and engagement, and Migration to Ghana, that's it. Migration to Ghana is an example of an event that connects with the Diaspora Pathways to Ghana, which that pillar is all about connecting with the diaspora community and finding ways for them to live in Ghana, work in Ghana, that kind of thing. And then, so with the endorsement of events, there's a link that people can use to submit their proposals. So that's the announcement that's come out of Beyond the Return Ghana Tourism Authority today. If you go to the Beyond the Return gh.com website, you'll see that the press release is there if you're interested in submitting your event. There's a lot of activities happening with Beyond the Return, with a lot of engagement between the diaspora and Ghana. Right now, the director of the Beyond the Return office, as well as the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, have traveled to the Caribbean to connect with the Caribbean diaspora. The first country that they've landed in is the Bahamas. So they're currently having the Ghana Bahamas Business Summit to discuss ways to connect businesses in the Bahamas with Ghana and businesses in Ghana with the Bahamas. So across business relationship and finding ways that there are economic developments that can align with each other. So the Prime Minister of the Bahamas is part of those meetings, as well as the CEO of GIPC. And then I believe they're also going to go to Guyana, is one of the countries they're also going to be going to connect with the diaspora community. I know there's a couple of other islands they're going to. I can't remember off the top of my head, but right now they're doing the Caribbean tour to connect with the Caribbean on business and economic developments, investments, tourism potentials between the two countries. So that's what's happening with Beyond the Return right now. And then there's continued engagement with the historically black colleges. They had one last month with Howard University, because Howard University had declared this school year 2022-2023 as the year of Ghana. So they've been doing a lot of events between Ghana and Howard University. And then I think they plan to have like a delegation also come to Ghana sometime this year too. So that's been something that's been happening with Beyond the Return. To answer your question, I hope I answered your question with that. I have a question here from someone who said, "Are you Canadian the way you just said bag?" Yes, I grew up in Canada, born in Ghana, raised in Canada, live in Ghana now. Yes. Kojo talking about when I was talking about the trees, saying they don't even plant trees back. They lack the knowledge. They're trying to do this. They do this Green Ghana for the last couple of years, where they do this exercise of planting 2 million trees across the country. I know they're doing it again in June, but that's something that's the Forestry Commission is involved in. But I think that there needs to be more of a push in planting trees immediately when you are cutting them down. There also needs to be like fines, I think. I don't know if that's a law at all in Ghana, but I know that in Kenya, you're fined if you cut a tree down without permission, especially. Yeah, so hopefully that's something that's being done. I have one here in the comments who says, "I hope they go to Jamaica, my island home." I definitely know Jamaica is not on the list. They did do Jamaica a couple of years ago. Jamaica is not on the list this time around. If it's added, I don't know, but from now I know that it's not one of the ones on the list for this particular trip. It was a couple of years ago, and hopefully it will be again soon. Colin says, "This is good to hear that the Beyond the Return initiative has gone to that level. Great work and visionary thought." Definitely, yes. Kojo says, "Have been up to Central University." Inga Baby 51 says, "You're so fortunate to be able to move back to Ghana." Thank you. It's definitely a great experience. Not an easy transition, because anytime you move to a country that you may but not be used to things, there's always a level of adjustment. One thing it has taught me is that when my parents made the decision to move to Canada, I know they definitely went through a lot of challenges, because when you're an immigrant to another country, you have a lot of challenges. And even though I'm originally from Ghana, born in Ghana, with Ghanaian parents who, taught me a lot about Ghanaian culture and heritage, when I moved here, because of having lived in Canada my whole life, and then in the US I lived 2 years, couple years, it really was an eye-opening experience, because then it's like I was considered the foreigner, the immigrant per se. People always saying, "You're not from Ghana, you're not from here." People saying things like, "You slang the words." And that's when a Ghanaian says you slang the words, it means they think that you twisted the way the word is said, right?
No.
No? Tell me what it means when a Ghanaian says you slang the word. I don't think he wants to say it. He doesn't want to say it. He's a bit shy. My driver's shy. but I've been told, this is what I've been told, because there was a time I went to the hospital that I needed a tetanus shot, and because something had happened and I wanted to make sure I didn't have any kind of infection happen. And I kept saying that I needed a tetanus shot. And then the nurses didn't understand what I was saying. So I wrote it down. And when I wrote it down, they were like, oh, tetanus. Why did you slang the word that way? And I was like, oh my goodness. Pronunciation makes a big difference. A big difference. Let me flip the camera again just to show you. This is the Kanda Highway. Oh, I just realized I missed showing you that big mosque. We passed it already. Heading to the Accra International Conference Center for the Global Women's Conference and going live to chat with you all while I'm on this journey. And yeah, feeling Ghana. Another comment coming in. Yep, the last time I was in Ghana, they did the same thing with pronunciation. Yes, it happens all the time. All the time. All the time. It's always such an interesting thing. Such an interesting thing. So phones are one of the most stolen things in Ghana. So like I'm like holding my phone to make sure that someone doesn't a motorcycle rider doesn't try to reach in and steal my phone as I'm doing this live stream. Because yeah, those who follow me for a while know I've had my phone stolen more than once. It is a hot commodity in Ghana when people steal your phone. They take it to Circle. Circle is the area where someone will take it, sell it, refurbish, wipe it clean, and then your phone is gone. And people who have iPhones think their phone is immune. Nope. These people know how to wipe an iPhone. I'm telling you. These people can break into your iPhone and wipe it. People think iPhones are so secure. Trust me. Some of these people are brilliant and know how to break in and crack the code. Even when it's fingerprint, face print, they manage to find a way. They do it. So yeah, just be careful and cautious of your cell phone whenever you're in public spaces in Ghana. Yeah. So I mean, and poverty breeds bad behavior. Period. I mean, we see that around the world. Wherever there's going to be poverty somewhere, it's going to happen. WM West Africa 1980 says they target women for the phone snatching. That doesn't surprise me, but I know guys who've had their stolen too. But yeah, that wouldn't surprise me because women are so relaxed. Yeah, but I mean now I'm really like extra cautious because it's happened to me more than once, which sucks. You know, it really sucks. This is the business district of Ghana. Let's see if it'll flip. The business district of Ghana. Business district, you'll find a lot of corporate businesses, banking businesses that have their offices around. Yes. Thank you, everybody who's joined this so far. Made my journey a little bit enjoyable as I'm riding to this Global Women's Conference at the Accra International Conference Center. And I just realized I should have checked if I have enough money to pay the driver before, if I have to go to an ATM machine or not. Because these fares are so expensive these days. I'm sure I have enough money for you. I'm sure I have enough money for you. If I don't, we'll sort it out. We'll figure it out. If I don't, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so let's see. Are there any more comments? Let's see. Hi, Miss. Watching you. Whoops. Hi, Miss. Watching from Mississauga. Yes, Mississauga. I used to live there. One of my favorite cities. For those of you who don't know, Mississauga is right beside the city of Toronto. Mississauga. Fun fact. Mississauga is actually where the airport is. It's not in Toronto. It is actually in Mississauga. That's why the name was changed from Toronto International Airport to Pearson International Airport, because it's actually in Mississauga. Fun fact. Okay, we're almost there, right? We're almost there. More comments, more comments, more comments. Let's see. Thank you for your travels and works pronunciation with language is key, huh? Yes, it is. Good to know. May you and yours have peace of mind and maintain safety on your travels. Thank you for existing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. They should come to Europe and see how they're doing. Oh, wait. These bumpy roads. See how they're doing in sense of taking care of the environment. I noticed that the first thirst to live like the West or move to the West has raised cost of living, inducing a sense of artificial poverty in cities. So, great point. Great point you've made. All right, thank you all of you who've joined this live stream. I am almost at the Accra International Conference Center for this ladies' event, Global Women's Conference. Just showing you a bit of the road. Topics of the conference, a questionnaire, things like doing business in Ghana, things like exporting, preparation for exporting your products from Ghana to the world, social media and trends, branding your business for the global markets. They're also talking about seed funding for businesses that may be looking for funding opportunities. They're also talking about HR for your business. And then they're having breakout sessions with some of the speakers to help small businesses be able to learn, how to grow and develop. Yeah. So I'm here. I'm here at the International Conference Center. So I'm going to be ending this live very shortly, so I can pay the driver as well as go inside. Thank you so much, everybody who's joined this live stream. I'm like turning my head to get money from my wallet so I can pay the driver. Imagine we came all this way and I didn't have my wallet. Oh, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? Huh? You said it wouldn't be horrible? Why wouldn't it be horrible?
Oh, I'll keep the number and later.
He said he would take the number and later I would send him the money. If I don't have my wallet, I would be really like, because I was so flustered when the driver arrived, because he arrived early. The app said he was still 10 minutes away, but he was actually, he got to our like within 5 minutes. So let me just concentrate and focus on paying this guy and the live stream. Thank you so much for those of you who've joined. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.